Why do so many smart founders build products nobody wants? They do everything right: surveys, focus groups, feedback, and still fail. Surveys do not validate startups. Conversations do, but only if you ask the right questions. The trap? People are nice. They don't want to hurt your feelings, so they give feedback that is polite, vague, and useless. How do you break this cycle and get real data, especially if you're a techie who hates selling? The Mom Test by Rob Fitzpatrick gives you the answers. If you think only marketing gurus with fancy degrees can validate business ideas, you are wrong. Customer research is a founder's core responsibility. It should never be delegated. This book shows you how to make this a part of your mindset. It teaches you how to filter out bad data, like compliments, hypothetical enthusiasm, and fluff that never turns into action. It's about talking to people in a way that reveals real problem worth solving. I spent 20 years in the highly competitive, hit-driven world of game development as a producer, business developer, and founder. I've used every marketing research tool in the book that I've learned while obtaining my marketing degree. We did user surveys and focus groups while looking for our next big idea. We repeated them for prototypes, alpha tests, and closed betas. And yet, we failed often enough to ask ourselves whether we should ever trust the audience answers. Focus groups and surveys often give you a reassuring narrative, a fantasy where your product is so great that you'll wake up a billionaire tomorrow. Looking back at my early career, I realized how often the founders and I allowed empty compliments and fluff to distract us. We were so busy enjoying the false promises that we forgot to ask the hard questions or pivot before the money ran out. The book covers the business fundamentals that no one teaches a bright science and engineering graduate or a seasoned techie. How to approach the right people, how to keep a conversation on track, how to ensure every meeting has a clear result, positive or negative, when and how to push for a real commitment. You will learn how to escape the constant pitching mode that increases market risk. You'll learn how to stop relying on cold calling and instead start understanding the actual person behind the customer profile. Rob Fitzpatrick zooms in on the specifics, from your initial idea to your first sale, and how to learn from every single meeting. What makes this book stand out is its practicality. It uses real-life conversations to show you exactly what went wrong and how to fix it. This isn't a manual for marketing pros. It's a hand-on guide for startup teams to stay grounded in reality. I personally would have saved many months or even years of my life and tons of money if I had asked the right questions during those early focus groups. You have the opportunity to save the time and money now and create deeper, more genuine connections with the people you're building for. Go for it.